know I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. Child, it is Friday, and you ain't never seen a lunch lay on a Friday until today. But some things came across the group chat, courtesy of Jamie. You know, Jamie is like what is it called? 911. What's the first thing I always like on the thing where when she
first responder.
First responders. That's it. Jamie is our first responder, and Chase is our second. So that's why we're here to talk about this bullshit that's going on right now with Beverly Hills and Dubai. And I'm just gonna say it's just another day in Bravo land of racially insensitive moments. I'm just gonna say that because every year, every month, I feel like we're having this same conversation. But what's going on, Jamie? What's going on, Chase? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm hungry. I'm missing my food to sit here and talk with you beautiful people.
I was over here eating cheese. Baby, eating cheese.
Not cheese.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
I like this picture you got up here, Chase. It's a mood. It's definitely a mood.
Listen, I just want to say to be black and watch Bravo is to be in a constant state of disappointment and rage, to paraphrase someone great. It's just, I'm tired at this point. I'm tired.
Okay. Well, we're gonna lean in, like the intro said, so I got to lean in. You knew that we were probably gonna talk about it. So let's kind of get into it. Let's give like a little backstory. So basically, what's going on? There's a couple of things going on. We're gonna start with Madam Diana Jenkins the third, over from wherever she's from. So there is I'll put the picture. Yesterday, there was a post from Philly.diva. Shout out to her. She is someone apparently who calls in and gives she joins a lot of shows like ours, panel shows, and just is kind of known for that. She made a post talking about Diana's looks, more so that she's had work done. And if you see that picture to the left, to the right, we got two responses from Miss Diana herself. I'm not going to read all of it because the first one is, she's kind of defending herself and her looks and stuff like that. But as a follow-up comment, she said, it can't feel good being a black content creator. Now, we all on this panel are black content creators. So when I said that, I said, wait a minute, what the hell going on? And of course, with time, of course, she was going to try to follow up with some kind of damage control. She tried to follow up with some damage control, and she pulled in Crystal, the one person who we really ain't rocking with right now anyway, just saying. But she pulled her in and basically says that she is not from this country. She didn't know what black content creator, like what it meant and how she used it. She wasn't aware, and that she is truly sorry. I'm not going to read all of it. You can obviously read it here, or you can go to that page and find it. But child, what the hell? For one, I just want to ask this. How do you misuse black content? It's so precise. It's so specific. How do you misuse that at all, Jamie?
I mean, she capitalized the B, so good for her.
Right. How do you do that?
Like, lady. And there's also other receipts of this lady, being racist and being microaggressive to, her black neighbors and stuff. At this point, I wish I could say I'm surprised. We say it every single week, something pops up. We're not surprised, but we've had multiple conversations of like, Bravo, what the fuck is your vetting process? Like, granted, the internet knows about her alleged sex trafficking and stuff, but like a simple Google of her name will find out everything else. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Chase?
And, just even, analyzing her time on the show, has she actually even spoken to the one black cast member on the show? Have we seen any interaction?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, I ain't seen it. I mean, not really. She been talking to a friend, but
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. So, Bravo, at this point, like, I don't know why I continue the journey on. Like, at this point, the joke is on me. You know what I mean?
Understand.
Like, shame on me. You know what I mean? Like, it seems too much.
Yeah. me personally, it's getting to be so excessive. Like it's like every damn show and I don't know what to call it at this moment, but clearly she, as Kyra just said, she's world travel, she get all this shit done. Girl, for one, you know what a damn black content, you know what a content creator is, you know what a black one is. So there's no way to really come back from that. I mean, in terms of to say you didn't know what it meant, you knew what it meant. I just find it very odd because in the post that Philly Diva said on Instagram, apparently this post had been going around from other individuals, other content creators that had more followers and stuff like that, and just were way more known. And so she kind of highlighted the fact that it's interesting. She said this to Diana. She said that it's interesting that you would respond to me, you know what I'm saying, a black content creator, while using the phrase black content creator and target me when this post has been circulating by others. So, child, I'm gonna go repost it on the Lean Instagram because I want her to come to iPage because she gonna get it. If she came to iPage with that, like, she would get it. So I'm curious just to see like what will come of it and what will Garcelle say. I mean, I'm sure Garcelle's gonna speak on it. She said Crystal said something. I'm sure Crystal said, "Oh my God, that's so dark." She probably said that.
It's just laughable. Like her excuse of like, sorry, I misused the words. I don't understand. Like, I'm new to the country. You've been here for 20 years. But you've spent the last 3 episodes harping on Sutton's clumsy language, harping on Sutton and the bacon-eating vegetarian. You're policing other people's words. And then you come back saying, I didn't know what black meant. Like, I didn't know what black content created. Yeah. Like, and the fact that it's laughable that she tagged Crystal. Like, you could have said, I was informed that I misspoke. This is, oh my gosh, I did not mean this. But the fact that your first words are, Crystal called me. She's very concerned about my racism. Yeah. Like, we know what Crystal's storyline is right now. This is now strike 2.
I wanted the Crystal tell her, are you that girl? They said, are you that girl? Tell me you that girl.
She didn't tell Kathy last year when Kathy said she doesn't see color. It's just, it's interesting that this is now the second friend of Crystal who has made comments like this, but she's, going after Sutton. It's very interesting, the picking and the choosing of the times to be offended.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if Crystal asked her, was black content creator like a big word that got her confused, and that's why she did this. Like, I highly, highly doubt that the phone call was, girl, get the fuck up. You have messed up this time. I think it was, girl, what have you done? You might want to go ahead and delete that comment. I don't think it was like.
But she didn't delete it. It's people. Not. It was 16 hours ago. It's still up. I was very shocked when I went to the page to see. I saw all the screenshots. It's everywhere, but I was shocked. So I went to the page myself and pulled my own screenshots, and I was like, "Oh, it's still there." So maybe she's gonna stand behind it. She's gonna stick beside her.
She is gonna stand on it.
She have to.
And I just want to be clear. I think it's let me not do that. What I think is. From Salt Lake City to now Beverly Hills, and we've been dealing with this, to the Real Housewives of New York, and we had to deal with that there. Even if you want to hop off of Housewives franchises and you want to go over to Below Deck, they dealt with it there. I think that for people to feel that it may be a poor casting, vetting process or whatever they feel, I think that it is at this point. Let's call a thing a thing. It is a valid feeling or a valid. It's not just a coincidence. I ask you, like, you know what I mean? Like something. Like, I don't know who is in those network boardrooms thinking that this is a great way to stoke viewership and to stoke conversation. But what I have said at the beginning, what I will continue to say is the only people that continue to come out of this thing hurt are Black people.
We've said time and time again in our own private group chats, and even as stuff comes up, the white viewers that get upset when conversations about race happen, they are represented, in the women that continually make these insensitive and stupid, prejudiced, racist comments. That's why they're upset. And I said in the group chat when we were talking about the Sutton and the problematic stuff, I said I really wish that New York had kind of mirrored the conversations we're having about race relations, because this is real life. You know, there's a reason why white people kind of only hang out all together. And these are conversations and these are comments that happen in real life. None of us are privy to it because we're not around. Where I wish Bravo would fucking do something is, rather than issuing a bullshit blanket statement of we do not condone racism, hold these bitches' feet to the fire and actually have uncomfortable, honest conversations about microaggressions. Andy, you sit there at the reunion knowing that shit has been said, and you gloss over it and let them do these half-ass PR things, or you cancel the series or the reunion altogether because you don't want to do that. It's not about a vetting process. It's about, when this shit happens, what are you going to do to have these conversations? Don't just brush it under the rug, because at this point, this is example 1000.
Yeah. There was a comment I want to speak to. It was from Brittany, and she said, you know, I think it's unrealistic for us to expect white women of a certain lifestyle and class not to be problematic. Diana should absolutely be called out. I don't think it's a hiring problem. I agree. I don't think it's so. There is no real. This is like with a job interview, child. You can hire somebody for a job and they might not have no experience, but they can talk their way into that damn job. So there's no way to really catch that in the process of casting and stuff like that. But I do agree, like what you said, Jamie, like maybe when these things happen, they need to probably have some conversations, call them out, just like you said, hold their feet to the fire and do something versus just create these damn statements and stuff like that. These statements are tired, child, because there are, especially with, I want to say, especially with this. So the fact that she used that black content creator as an insult or whatever, and Bravo has a plethora of black colored content creators that, you know, support Bravo. There are pages called Black Bravo, for crying out loud. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of unfortunate that would be used as the insult. So hopefully, you know, with not only us getting her together, hopefully Garcelle and our other women, you know, kind of say a little more to her or say something, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that. But as far as like the hiring and stuff like that, they can't catch that kind of stuff. And then, like you said, it's very unrealistic to think that this won't happen. It is reality TV. It's happening off camera, but I mean, hey, listen, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like they always think that way. So that's just me.
But Chase made a good point. Like you mentioned it. I hope Garcelle mentions it or talks about it. Well, yeah. Ebony talked about it on New York whenever these microaggressions were happening, and she turned into the villain of the season. The entire Bravo sphere attacked her because, oh, well, we want escapism TV and we want to see our Ramona laughing and drunk. Like, who are you to bring race into the conversation? Tiffany talked about the microaggressions and the racism that she faced with Cameron, and Bravo canceled the whole thing rather than hold that accountable. Bravo canceled NYC, but kept all the old people on their own show and decided to bring a new show with a diverse cast. Like, this is strictly Bravo's responsibility that they cave into these viewers, and each franchise has a very specific set of viewers. NYC is very much Ramona. I think the conversation may go a little bit better with Beverly Hills. It definitely, if it was on Atlanta, if it was on Potomac, like, these conversations would be widely different. But I think it comes down to Bravo. Like, it's going to be uncomfortable. You may lose some viewers, but you're gaining a whole other plethora of people that will come over if you hold these people's feet to the fire.
Yeah, true. Okay. Do we have any like last thoughts on this? I want to talk about this other thing that happened as well. For those that are just joining, we were just talking about Miss Madam Diana Jenkins, or Dirty Diana, whatever you want to call her, from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the newest housewife. Basically fired back at a content creator, Instagram page, person of color, black, and basically used the term black content creator as an insult to her. So we were talking about it, just kind of, you know, having dialogue about it and seeing like how is Bravo going to, how they should move forward with these type of topics and things. We had Jenny from the block, or Jenny from Salt Lake City earlier, who had her issues. You know, we're currently investigating what the hell, if anything, did said to say, or whatever. We had Ramona in the past, we had Below Deck. It's constantly happening. And so with that, we moved to this new thing. Now, this is not even a housewife, but it's related to housewife. This is from Dubai. So if you're watching Housewives of Dubai, Caroline Stansbury's fiance, Sergio, who is speculated to be gay, straight, cute, whatever, I don't know. He ain't my cup of tea. But nonetheless, There has been a tweet that has surfaced of him from 2020. Just basically out here talking about the nigga, don't believe me, just watch. That's basically what we talked about in the tweet. And so I saw Queens of Bravo on Instagram, or the page that I got it from. We got it from, and the tweet, if you see here, looks like it had been dug up by this podcast, Everyone's Business But Mine. But the tweet says, in my crew, this is it. And I guess he tags the restaurant that he's in. And so people are kind of like coming at, Caroline, not only for her being a boring little wench on Dubai, but also for her fiance making these insensitive comments. Thoughts, Jamie?
I mean,
well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about people and the things they've said and done in the past being dug up? Like, because we had this with we had it with Jenny, but all the time I feel like when people get to a certain level, people go to digging up their Instagrams and Twitters and they find a lot of shit. But in this case, how do you feel about the situation and just how people tend to dig up these things and people growing and just all the stuff like that? Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's timing. Look, this was posted towards the end of 2020. Like, baby girl, this was after George Floyd. This was after worldwide outrage for the killing of Black men and the violence towards Black people in general. This was after Sandra Bland. Like, even though you're in Dubai, like, obviously an American song, you're singing along to it, so you can't be that far removed from American culture. Like, what's going on. Now, if this was 9, 10, years ago, that's a whole lifetime for people to do whatever. But I mean, even still, 10 years ago was 2011. We were having these conversations in 2011 still. It's like, I don't know. I hate to say that it's case by case, but it really is. Like, I prefer actions. Let me see what's going on. If you're still doing stupid shit like this and come out with saying, oh, well, I've grown as a person. I mean, have you really?
Yeah. Okay. I agree. I'm looking at some of the comments. People saying they don't get a pass, no passes. You can grow, but I will give you the hardest side eye. That's very true. It's very true. Chase? It says there. Okay.
Yeah. So, when it comes to digging up things from people's past, in the words of Nene Leakes, we all have a past, okay? But I think that the response that you currently give on your past, thoughts and all of those things kind of, for me, lets me know whether or not you're still stuck in the past or whether or not you're genuinely attempting to move forward. I think that one of the best examples that I've seen was recently Lizzo. And, some people feel like she should have changed the song lyrics. Some people feels like she shouldn't have changed the song lyric, but she took action. She heard the voice of her fans, and she did what she needed to do. She didn't make any excuses for it. She sprung into action. That, for me, is someone who hears, who applies, who learns, and moves forward. With that being said, he does definitely not get a pass from me. You know that Miss Thing was flouncing around Dubai thinking that she was the it girl because now she done got a cash cow named Caroline Stansbury. They've been working on the Real Housewives of Dubai for years, and she knew that her moment in the sun was coming. So therefore, you still chose to say those things, and, fuck her. And that's where I'm at with it.
Hey, I mean, I'm just curious. I haven't seen the responses that maybe she has given. Has she said anything yet or no? Has Caroline?
I'm sure it's a language barrier. I don't think she has.
What? They may not be awake. What time is it in Dubai? It's yesterday in Dubai.
They're behind us. I thought they were ahead of us. I
have no idea.
I think they're ahead of us. I think, but I could be wrong.
Maybe he's waiting for Crystal to call and wake him up and tell him how horrible it is.
Okay, so with all this being a coincidence, I ask you, do you think this is means of being like, how? Because I feel like we're gonna see people say, "Oh my God, cancel them, get them off the show," blah blah blah. Especially with Diana, the husband, he's kind of irrelevant because he's just like not even like a cast member. He's associated with one, so he trash. I mean, whatever. I never see him in life, and it is what it is. But in terms of Diana, seeing her make this comment, I'm sure I don't know if it'll come up at the reunion, but where do y'all think Bravo should go with this outside of having a conversation? How do you think things should move forward with Diana?
I think they should keep her ass on the show. I think she should continue to dig at Sutton about these comments. I think she should continue to put herself on a moral high horse, because I want to see her ass come tumbling down at the reunion, because I know it's going to be talked about. And if it's not talked about, that's going to be a big issue, because there's nothing worse than people thinking they're superior and they have this moral high ground playing out in real time when some shit is going down. I don't want her edited out. I don't want her. No. let's see how high she thinks of herself.
Okay. And she thinks highly of her. She thinks very high.
Oh, very highly.
She's the only person I feel like that thinks of herself in such a way, because everybody else, I'm just not feeling her. I would say she's not giving anything to me. I'm tired of this whole, like, oh my God, I send my people ahead of me. And, you know, I don't know what shopping is. Girl, you want to be Miranda Priestess so bad. Stop it. Like, it's not it. Chase.
A dirty Diana could definitely burn in hell, and I would never once piss on her to stoke the flame or whatever, to put the flame out. I don't want to see her ever again on Bravo after this season. Yes, address it at the reunion, and the bitch can go. And also, I want to add that although Sergio is not a cast member, there have been allegations about Caroline Stanbury as well, and it would not surprise me either at this point if her views aligned with those of her Bravo counterparts. And
well, you know what? I will say
go to hell.
If you watch the Dubai show last night with me and Chad, a male called in, and he said he found it very odd that she's not really wanting to film with. She didn't want to go to the Milan's event, and it translates a little weird just because, you know, on Ladies of London, she did engage more. She did hang out with them more, but with it being a diverse cast, is looking a little weird. I'll just say that. But I don't know. That's just something that we talked about on Dubai. Y'all should watch that. We did it last night. We did a double Dubai. So yeah. Okay. Any final thoughts on either of these topics before we lean out? Because, you know, a lunch and lean is in and out, child. You know, it's good while it's here. Then once the food gone, is it. So just like the lean, that's how we're going to lean out. But any final thoughts, Chase or Jamie or anybody from the comments have anything to say?
Stop being racist.
Yeah, stop being racist. I mean, at this point,
like, my God. Stop being racist.
Stop being racist. Damn. I mean, come on now.
If you're not black, you don't get to say the N-word. And I'm directing that directly at my fellow non-black Latinos, because y'all don't get a pass neither.
Okay. Cardi B, kind of. I'm just saying.
I mean, listen. You're absolutely correct. There's a list of people who should stop saying the N-word, Fat Joe, but keep going.
Oh, yeah, that's I don't understand why that's still a thing, but people still gonna do it. The thing is, racism is never gonna go away. It's just gonna be continued to be covered up by people like Diana and Jenny and these and probably Sergio. He just probably want to be us. He probably don't mean no. He probably really just want to be us, honestly.
That's what that is.
Who doesn't? But so that's all. But okay. Well, on that note, as they said, stop being racist. Thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure y'all like this video, and thank y'all for joining on short notice, child. I see y'all up in here, watching. Shout out to everybody. No call-ins. It's a lunch and lean. We'll see y'all Monday for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And y'all have a good rest of y'all Friday. And I promise you, this is the last time y'all gonna see us before Monday. I promise you. So y'all have a good rest of y'all weekend. All right.
Take care, guys. Bye, everyone.